And what I've learned along the way is when I went into these communities, I had already established a rapport with them because I knew them personally. And I could see like, okay, these are some of the issues. But I never said to them, this is what you need. I always had them tell me what their problems were and what solutions they could come up with, and I helped them execute it. When we hear the word leadership, we think of it as somebody who's above or in front of, and I don't necessarily agree with that being the only form of leadership.
No, sure.
I think leadership needs to come where you might lead by example, but you want to pull people up to your level. And I often see, and we had this discussion before, you might see people who have titles that they're in a leadership position, but they don't actually have the leadership skills. And I think if people are looking at turning to leadership, what are your strengths? What are you good at? And excel in that. Don't worry about your weaknesses. Don't waste your time on that. Focus in areas where you excel in, and that's where you're going to grow. Absolutely. Even what you were saying before with failure, when you fail, you are able to adapt to so many different scenarios, and you can grow with that. And what we were saying before with resilience, it makes you resilient. It means, okay, I've been pushed back, this isn't working, let's try something else. And failure is something to embrace. For some reason in our society, failing is such a bad thing. If you're not failing, you're not trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got to try.
Yeah.
And who cares? You fall off the horse, you get back on it. Especially in leadership roles, I think people are fearful to say, I don't know.
Absolutely.
And actually, I think the best leaders are the ones who say, I don't know, let's find out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't need to know everything. And I think the people who are know-it-alls, that's when the walls come up and you don't have as much room to move. But when you let those walls come down, you've got a lot more freedom, a lot more flexibility, and then you can create a lot more. You're not restricted. We are more than just what our title is. We are more than just our profession. I've got a lot of different skill sets in different areas, and when I combine it, a lot of great things can happen, right? But if I'm only to say you can only use one skill, then we're actually saying to other people, you can't fully bring everything to the table and make this a better workplace environment. So for anybody who's wanting to start out in leadership, what are areas of your interest? Connect with people who you have those common interests with, and naturally your network will become to flourish, and you'll be able to meet like-minded people, and you will naturally go on a journey heading towards whatever it is that is for you.